I'm Jeffrey Pease from Message Mechanics, and I get to be here today with Christine Viera, who is Chief Marketing Officer of TouchSource. And we've worked, hi! And we've worked together before.
Many long, good years ago.
Yeah. So tell me, Christine, what is TouchSource?
So TouchSource supplies digital content, displays, and kiosks for commercial real estate companies, healthcare, education, and government. It helps them display critical information to get people, mostly visitors and tenants, where they're going. Includes wayfinding and also a lot of messaging content. These days, a lot of public health messaging content on how to maintain safe social distancing and to let people know the latest news on what are good practices.
Oh, fantastic. Now that kind of naturally leads to my next question that I'm asking everybody, which is, how has your business been changed or impacted by the current crisis?
Yeah, I think we've all been changed in so many ways. At TouchSource, what we've done is really pivot our focus to just enabling customers to rally through what has been some fairly unusual times. Property managers have been, by and large, on the front lines of needing to keep things open, keep buildings and people in them safe, during, through the pandemic, and especially now as we're reopening. So a lot of how we've changed is to make sure we're just spending more time enabling customers to put the right messaging on their digital displays, put messaging boards up, help them put in place solutions around density management, scheduling people so that there's not too many people in a space. And so a lot of our work has been really help counsel them on how to do that, how to keep displays clean. And, we've done things like use our excess inventory to equip huddles with new digital signage to really enable patients to know what to do, where to go, all while protecting safe social distancing from staff that are keeping all of our public spaces open.
And I think that you mentioned before we turn the camera on that you've actually been providing these digital signs to the hospitals without charge. Is that correct?
Yeah, so one of the things we wanted to do, because this has been so hard on our public health professionals, hospitals, nurses, doctors, the ownership and the CEO of the company felt really strongly that we need to take our products, our services, and just be in it with people. So, all the displays that we had that, were in our excess inventory, we made available. So we announced it to customers, but also just prospects, and had a number of folks contact us and say, great, I need it. We got to tell people where to go and how to do, how to engage with us safely, because a lot of people who are visiting, whether it's doctors' offices or even emergency care facilities, they're compromised immune systems. So they need to still be safe even while going in for healthcare. So we've been excited to do that and make sure that we've got, we did everything from provide that to orchestrate the installation of that with some key partners of ours. So it was really just heartwarming to see everyone jump on the opportunity to help, these great institutions that are really serving all of us.
And I think you also told me earlier that you did something that maybe was a little bit of an unusual move, which is that you put warranties on signage that you're giving away for free.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the way we think about it is these are really important institutions. We want them to have a great experience. Of course, we're going to warranty our products with them. And if there's any issues, the last thing we want to, have those hospitals, and frontline facilities experience is a bad service experience. I mean, the customer experience is number one for us all the time. It doesn't, giving away free stuff doesn't change that at all. In fact, our team was really proud to do it. And so, that's just been really energizing for our entire company and our employees. Our CEO has kept us all together throughout this crisis. And if anything, we're all pivoting to being on the phone with all of our customers, including the healthcare professionals, to check in, make sure people are okay, make sure that if there's any service needs, we were taking care of it. And really just, being there as a voice to give them ideas on how to, during tough times, leverage the tools that we provide to solve for it. So, that's been something that has really rallied the company.
Yeah, and that kind of enthusiasm, I mean, the goodwill it earns outside, but also what it catalyzes inside is really important. I've been talking with a lot of companies about this idea that right now helping is the new selling. Like this is earning brand equity that's going to define a company for years.
Yeah, and I think, so you and I have known for a long time that, being, companies that provide thoughtful advice, counsel, information has always been a great way to earn the trust of others, especially right now doing that with empathy, making sure the first thing we do is check in with people. It's just so important because we just sell to people. I mean, that's really what, business to business is, how do I help you solve a problem you have? And to do that well, you just gotta ride the roller coaster with people sometimes. And I think that's a lot of what we're seeing right now is, we do a lot of calls just to check in. Sometimes we can help people immediately with whether it's a service request. Sometimes, they want a warranty to extend the life of their product. And we're offering extra terms right now because people just want to not have to spend money that they don't need to spend. And we want to support them because we're all trying to get through the COVID and pivot. And we just want to be that partner for our customers. So it's great to work for a company that really values that.
Yeah, and I mean that kind of thing, and keeping your employees, employed when offices are closing and all that. I mean, that stuff's not free. Like, how are you guys managing through that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'd say a couple of ways. I mean, so for marketing, I think we were already busy and now we are busy all the time. So we are spending a lot of time working to connect with people who have needs throughout all of this because, people are still going out into public spaces, but paper poster boards don't really work as well as a digital signage that can convey the latest messaging that changes minute by minute.
Mhm.
So, we're working hard to bring some of those opportunities to our great team. We've also, leveraged, the PPP program, to really help make sure that we keep our staff focused. More importantly, we're using this downtime to prepare our company to come out of this, investing in, systems and programs that will support customers better, that enable us to, see, customer support and service issues more easily. To put a knowledge base in place for ourselves and looking at even a customer community of self-solving that as well. So we're using our time and our team to really make sure that we're really well prepared to do even more and better by the customers we serve coming out of this.
And I would imagine also that for you, this isn't true for every business, but that your demand is actually probably level or even up right now, given the nature of the product you offer. Is that correct?
I'd say, we're holding steady. I mean, it's, a lot of, it's not, naturally the first thing people think about in a crisis is, oh, I need really great messaging and signage. Some people think about how do I get a poster, taped to the wall? The fact that, that poster has to be ripped down 15 times a week because things are changing minute by minute is partly, sort of what drives the value of having, digital content readily available. So, we're doing a lot to reach out to people, share ideas, help people understand what other customers are doing to be innovative. And so that's a lot of, what's, fun in the conversation is giving people the ideas, the solutions, but the support
Hmm.
to pivot because it's, we've got a lot of property managers that are right now facing uh, different laws state by state on how to get people back into buildings, how to keep people safe, not knowing sort of how long that will, how, policies will last. I mean, some things are changing week by week. And so really, equipping them with the right tools is a lot of what has helped us, maintain our business. And it's just through the customer focus.
Yeah, and now you're called Touch Source, and so I imagine at least some of that involves screens that people touch. There might be a bit less enthusiasm for touching things right now.
Yeah, so it's, we've always thought of ourselves as immersive technology. So we do everything from camera sensors to, Internet of Things capability that can sort of, sense what's happening with devices. But yes, touchscreens has been a part of kind of the future tech. To walk up, it can easily access information within, 2 touches. So but we also offer contactless technology. So you can see things visually at a safe distance and basically scan to either a directory, content on screen, could be health messaging, or it could be wayfinding maps to a mobile device, but it maintains the interactivity. So it's not just scan and see a flat screen of information. It's search that directory now on your phone. So,
Uh-huh.
so our team basically innovated that in weeks after people
Okay.
when we were facing reopening. So it's exciting to work for such an innovative company because helping our customers and the amount of people saying, yes, I want the contactless is through the roof right now. You know, we predict in the long run, you know, that people will want, you know, again, the immersive sound, sight, visual, scanning, you know, that's kind of what we do. But, you know, we're happy to provide alternative solutions and do it at a pretty low cost.
Yeah. So right now you've innovated from helping people touch your screens to helping them touch their own screen.
Exactly.
Okay.
Touch your own screen. I might have to
Yeah.
use that.
Well, sounds almost dirty when I say it that way. Anyway.
It's good to have a sense of humor during this time.
Yes, yes. I remember there was some public health official that got some chuckles when she was talking about practices for safely reopening a tennis court, and they were talking about because tennis court, often somebody else's ball comes over to your court, and how do you get it back? And so she was saying, so you can kick their balls, but you can't touch them. And then she was like, can I say that again?
Sound better in your head than out loud, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what other, as you are pivoting to help your customers and thinking about how that's going to power them and you in the recovery, what advice do you have for other businesses, ones that may be in fields different than your own, about how they should be operating right now?
Yeah, I think across the board, there's just so much power and value and inspiration in focusing on just being a human being, connecting empathetically with clients right now. People are stressed. Everyone's facing, like we're all work from home. The amount of people ramping up in digital technologies, like I think I told you earlier, even my mom is ordering groceries online and is getting very tech savvy. But, I think people are stressed, but also they're moving more towards technology. And so I think, really looking at those shifts and understanding how you can better serve, reach, and enable people to recover is just it's a winning approach because we recover together. And so, I think the whole we're in it together methodology and thought process, you just got to bring it to life, and not just because you're trying to get your business to have more revenue, but because you care about the people you're serving.
Yeah.
And you show it and you say it and you do it by, giving away your excess inventory and warranting it and making sure they have a great experience, and you get your suppliers to install it for free because it's the right thing to do. And sometimes that's just what you need to do during tough times.
Yeah. It's kind of life during wartime. And you've what you said about the doing part is really interesting to me, because at this point, every brand is expressing some form of empathy, or at least faking it. But sometimes it goes, it's almost like COVID carpetbagging. It goes from buy our stuff to these are uncertain times, buy our stuff. So it kind of feels like empathy alone is the booby prize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you got to carry the empathy forward into action, but also just be consultative. I mean, so, a lot of what we've been publishing is here are the trends we're seeing and how you should think about it. Here's ways to keep in our industry directories clean. And by the way, we had links on our blog to supplies that went out immediately. So here's other places to find it. Just provide value, be there, when people are looking for answers to immediate problems, because, you're going to earn trust. You're going to earn a place in people's thought processes when they do have spending again. So I think there's just, value in being present and delivering the expertise you have, without always needing something at the end. Now that can come. Obviously, we're happy to do more business with people, but not everyone's spending right now. And when they are spending again, we'd love to still be their partner. The partnerships go through cycles with people, and it's just writing that out, with our customers is part of what we've been doing.
So helping really is the new selling right now.
I think that's right.
Cool. So anything else you'd like to say, if you could sort of put one message out to the world of business people right now, what would you tell them?
I would say, have heart, give other people reasons to have heart. And, if you can find a way to give back, and it can be, you have excess supplies or inventory, or maybe even space on your website to, showcase the heroes around you that are doing amazing things during the recovery. Just find a way to be present and to serve, as others are working to recover as well, because you will find that that will pay off for your relationships, which is the thing that we all really care the most about, in business to business companies.
Yeah, yeah. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Christine. Appreciate you being here.
All right. Thanks, Jeffrey.
Yeah, it's great to talk with you again.
You too.